Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trish, and if you're new here, welcome and thank you for stopping by. So this video today is going to be about resin notebooks, and this is my first time doing one of these. I did run into several issues which I will be going through. This project actually took a lot longer than I anticipated. This was supposed to be a very simple, fast project. I did not expect it to take as long as it has, but I didn't know that I was going to be going through some of the things that I went through in this. So in the first of that being, I ordered this mold kit from Resin from their Etsy store, and I think I got the last one because I had realized when I ordered it that I should order another one just to save time, because you know it only comes with one size of each for each of the molds, so it would take a lot longer for me to do one of the cover of the notebook and then wait for it to cure, and then trying to do the back of the notebook in exactly the same way with the same colors. It didn't make sense. So I went ahead and did it anyways because I didn't know how long I was gonna have to wait for another kit, and I tried to order from the Amazon store and that didn't work out either. So I had to order from a different company, just the large mold, and so that basically I did the front and the cover at two separate different times. So that was just one of the issues that I had, but nevertheless, I mean, this was a really fun project. It's just I know what I would do differently for the next one. So right here I'm just mixing up the mica powders and the glitters from Counterculture DIY. Those are the glitters that I received from that holly box, and I almost feel bad even talking about it because I know you can't even buy it on there anymore, though you can't buy those glitters there anymore. It kind of makes me upset a little bit. Literally, after I bought that box, they stopped selling it, and I feel bad because, I want to mention, these beautiful glitters that I'm using, and people are going to see this video and they might want to buy it, and I'm going to have to say, I'm sorry, they don't sell it anymore, but I'm showing it, so anyways, I kind of feel bad about that. So here I'm just trying to be really careful to not over pour, because I'm notorious for that, as I've mentioned in other videos. I did not want to over pour, and these ones are a little bit more tricky because they have the little 3-hole punch part of the mold, and if you fill it too much, then the resin's gonna kind of cure over the hole, and you don't want that. So I was trying to be really careful about that. So I was very sparingly using resin, and I'm just here trying to get as much of it spread out as I can. And basically even after I poured all the resin, I was scraping every little last drop out of the bottom of the cup, just to make sure I was using it all, because I did run out and I did not want to have to make a new batch. So I didn't, I was really worried about overfilling. Also, because I didn't want to have any spillages and stuff like that. I don't know. Everything just seems to go wrong when you over pour. So anyways, that's what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm pushing as much resin into every little nook and cranny that I can, so that there are no little missed spots or dimples. That's the last thing you want. And that actually did happen on the little notebook. I didn't pour enough resin on that one, but we'll get to that later. So I knew I didn't have that much resin left, so I switched out the molds to have it be the smaller sized mold, because I thought I had enough for that one, but I actually still didn't. I was a little short. But things didn't really work out with this little notebook anyways, because I didn't have enough resin, so I decided to not make a notebook out of this one. I did make another cover, so I can still do another one, but this one I think is a lost cause. It had a few dimples, and I don't think there's a way for me to salvage it. If I tried to fill those holes, I think it wouldn't look right. It would just be more trouble than it's worth than to just start over with a new one. Actually, back up, let me correct that. The first layer of resin on that smaller notebook came out fine, but after I added the vinyl butterflies, that second coat had dimples. I didn't add enough resin on the second top coat. Okay, so, and we're back. The notebook has cured, and what I was planning to do was put these vinyl butterflies, and then I was going to put another coat of resin, and that should have been it. But this is where it got complicated, because I didn't realize when I stuck the butterflies on there that I put them on upside down. So you can see here the 3-hole punch part of the mold is on the right. It should be on the left, because this is going to be the front of the cover. This is going to be the top. So I did not know that as I was putting this resin on, and I didn't figure it out until after it had cured, and I was like, oh no, what did I do? And I still thought, oh, it's no big deal. I can just flip it over on to the other side. I'll just make this the inside instead of the front. And so that's what I attempted to do here. But here's the notebook, the smaller notebook also. I did not put enough resin on that top coat, and I was talking about earlier that there were some dimples, and it was from the this coat that I'm putting on now. I didn't put enough resin. But that aside, I mean, I can't believe how gorgeous these colors turned out. The mica powders and the glitter together, they are just stunningly beautiful, and I was really excited for this notebook. I couldn't believe how pretty it turned out, and I was just really bummed that I messed up and I didn't know if I was going to be able to fix it. but it does turn out right in the end. It's just like everything that should be simple for me just somehow always ends up being a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. But such is life, right? Alright, so here's where we kind of got into some trouble here. This was the first time that I was using fast setting epoxy. The bottle specifically says that it should not be used in projects that are in molds. And I thought, well, I've been wanting to try this out, and this is the perfect opportunity because obviously I was just putting a top coat on this resin notebook, so it was no longer in the mold, and I thought, this is great, I can use it for this. And it was, you know, fast curing, so I was like, yay, it's gonna get done faster. But what I didn't realize is just how much faster it does cure, and that's where I ran into some problems because it actually started to cure even before I was done applying it. So that's what happened. And basically when you're doing a top coat, you have to be really careful to try to make sure that the resin doesn't go over the sides, because you don't want to have, you know, resin dripping off the sides and it cure like that. So I was just really taking my time to spread it out evenly and make sure that it just went to the very edge and didn't go over, and so I guess I was taking too long. But I mean, I know I was doing I probably mixed it for one more minute than I should have. I'm always paranoid about not mixing resin thoroughly enough, so I probably did that too long, and then it probably took me too long to do the butterflies. It was kind of a pain to get those vinyl stickers off of the backs of them. So I think time just got away from me, and I didn't realize that it was already getting thicker and thicker in the cup, and yeah, it started curing on me. And you'll see in real time in a minute. I'm going to show you what is happening with the resin. So at this point I'm realizing that the resin is definitely getting thicker, and I'm kind of internally freaking out and hoping that it's not too late and that I can still get everything spread on there evenly before it's too late. So and at this point I start spraying some alcohol, hoping that will kind of keep it a little thinner, or help it to spread out evenly, because as it was getting thicker it didn't want to spread anymore. Okay, you guys, this is the first time I've worked with fast setting epoxy. I'm used to art resin, and so I'm used to a little bit more working time. I wasn't even working on it for very long, and it already, like, look at that. Can you see this? And the cup is so hot right now, but it clumped up. And while I was doing this, I noticed it started getting really, really tacky fast. I don't know if this is going to turn out. I mean, I guess if it doesn't, I can sand it and then do another top coat. Definitely won't be using the fast setting one. Well, that's what I'm here for. Learn, learn, learn. Alright, I'm gonna let this set and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, I'm applying a top coat of resin again, and this is art resin. What had happened was, and I didn't film it, but what had happened was after I had put the notebook down to set, I went back to it a few hours later. It was completely cured. It was hard to the touch, but because it had started curing too early, there were some lumps in there and some other imperfections that I just knew I couldn't get away with. I needed to try to fix it, and when I tried to fix some of them by like sanding or doing whatever I was doing, that top layer just completely ended up peeling right off. Like it came all off in one when I pulled on it. Just like a plastic sheet, it came right off. And I was very surprised by this. I have never had resin peel off like that in one piece, but I was also kind of relieved because I was like, well, that makes it easy because then I can just start over. And so that's what I did. The next day I ended up just starting over with art resin because I feel comfortable with that. I know how much working time I have with that. And I mean, with this type of project, you have to really be able to take your time with it because you do not want those drips to go over the side. You have to be really careful when you're pouring and trying not to get it into those little holes. So it does take more time, you know, and I didn't realize that it was gonna end up curing like that that fast. So, you know, live and learn, right? And now I know what not to do next time, and hopefully you do too. I'm here to fail so that you can succeed. How about that? So and you know, these resin notebooks are a lot harder than I thought. I mean, this was supposed to be a very simple, fast project. I did not think it was going to be this complicated. But you know, that's kind of like how it goes for me. But that's okay. I mean, whatever. It's art, and I have a good time with it, and that's all that really matters. But you know, nothing ever comes out perfectly like we want it to. Well, at least not for me. Or sometimes it comes out much better than I expected it to. I mean, you just never know. Sometimes I'm not even trying that hard and something turns out way better than I even meant for it to turn out, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Yay, we made it! Okay, so the notebook is finished, and that is the new cover of it. Turned out really, really beautiful. I love it. The inside is also really pretty, and I still kind of wish that could have been the front, but it's still really pretty, and I guess it's fine that it's on the inside instead. We still get to see it. But I'm just really pleased with how this came out. Here's the back. The back is not exactly the same color scheme as the front part, but it's still very pretty. It's close enough. I wasn't going to worry about it too much. These notebooks, because it's such a thin layer of resin, they do kind of come out bendy when they're done curing, so it's a good idea to just lay them flat for a few days so that they continue to harden up and don't bend anymore. So that's my advice to you. So I bought this rainbow colored lined paper from Amazon, and I will put the link to that below in the description. And those 3-ring holder binder things came with the mold, and it's very, very easy to put this together. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I know I was a little chatty in this video. There were a lot of layers to it, and I felt like I needed to explain a lot of things because if you are going to try this at home, I really would like you to succeed and not make the same mistakes that I did, hopefully. So anyways, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and please do not forget to hit like, subscribe, and please leave your comment if you have any. I love to hear from you guys, and thank you so much. And I will be announcing a giveaway soon. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, so I'll be making that announcement soon as well. All right, thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.